Okay. We have talked a bit about the why of urban farming.
Yeah.
Do you like the why? Are you satisfied about the why?
No, yeah, a little bit, but I heard so much nice stories because I only work with visionaries and with people who want to have social and ecological impact, and so it's a good answer. But in my life, I decided that I only want to work with people who can make have really an impact. So my first question is that what is the potential and the disruptive potential of urban farming? Are they real solutions, or they real solutions? And can you show me the numbers? So how many projects do we need in a city as Ghent, like Ghent or Brussels? How many projects, how many square meters, how many do we need to have real impact? And you told me about real impact. Impact is, of course, I think how many food can we produce that is not inside a city, but also how many projects do we need to really have a lowering of the temperature in a city, or have a real change and social connection between people. So are there in the world studies, or are there numbers who have an answer on this? Or maybe there is also like somewhere on this earth a city who is 10 years in front. Does it exist? I don't know. So show me the numbers that we can have really impact, because otherwise it's only an Instagram nice thing.
Yeah.
I think.
There's a couple of things I have to say about it.
Yeah.
But the first one is already to say it's hard to quantify.
Yeah.
Because of the diversity of urban farming. You have the high-tech vertical farms. If you give them, like, okay, we need to feed Brussels, that's 1 million people.
But when I'm like an investor, I don't like your answer. Eh?
You're not an investor, right?
Maybe I am. Maybe I made like a few million with some crypto, and I'm like, no, you have to. I think that is not a good answer. So.
Okay, well, this is
hard to quantify. Yes, of course.
I'm not for easy answers.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about a movement, and if you talk about individual companies, like if you talk to a vertical farming company, they will say, okay, we need this amount of vertical farms to produce this amount of food. Simple.
Okay.
But if you then go to the less professional urban farming, then it's very hard to quantify. And because they have different kind of benefits than professional urban farming, then it starts really hard to be quantified. And then you have the second part. The output of urban farming is not necessarily food. Mm-hmm. Like I said, the research showed that for social projects, the food is really like one of the last benefits that people care about.
Okay. Yeah.
But then when it comes to a business of growing food, then of course you need to sell that food, you need to make money. But you already see in urban farming that a lot of the farms, definitely the pioneering farms, they didn't get all their money from the production of food.
Yeah.
It's about tours, education, workshops. That's how they kind of overcame their first years. But the really professional urban farms, they scaled up and they go full food production. But that takes time, obviously. And
of course, but it doesn't have to be about the numbers. Don't have to be about the food. But it can also be about the other impact that you of the real impact you want to make. Like I do a lot of impact strategy exercises and also impact measurement. It's really difficult, I know, to quantify, but you can try. You can find key indicators. Like if loneliness in a city is something, or in a neighborhood something that you fight, we know how lonely people are. Eh? We know that, and what happens when you do an intervention in this. We can measure that. So I think I want to challenge you in the next 3 episodes or the next seasons. That was 3 seasons we're gonna make.
No. This is the 3rd season.
Okay.
This season we're gonna.
Okay, this season I want to challenge you to find some examples who made really impact and can show it.
Yeah.
Not only do the storytelling, but also show me the numbers.
Okay, if there's anybody at home also listening to this and has numbers, send them, please.
Yeah.
But I am actually going to talk to some researchers, like for example, researchers from EFUA, European Forum for Urban Agriculture, which is subsidized by the European Commission, to actually research what urban farming does. And I have actually talked to them before I came here, like, do you have some numbers so I can give it to Koenraad?
No, because it's hard to quantify.
No, they say, we're in the process of doing this. But in the next years, we're going to have much more numbers. There's already a lot of scientific research, but it's mostly like, it's not quantified that much. It's more like, these are the benefits. And they have some multivariate analysis. Okay, I'm just...
No, we lost everyone in the podcast.
But I didn't look specifically at the statistics of this research. I should have done that. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I failed you.
The thing I want to say is that if for a visionary who's into visionary strategy and puts his heart out for making a change, it's also really important to know that it's possible to have real impact, because otherwise you come back and fight. And a lot of them come to me and sit in one of my chairs to talk and say, like, Koen, I've devoted 10 years of my life into mushrooms or something else, and I thought it was possible to change things with that. And in the end, I learned that it's not possible with that. I should have done other stuff. So maybe as a visionary, I want to challenge you to really make your grand strategy also realistic, so that you can say in 10 years, hey, Koen, I changed something and I'm really happy about it. Yeah.
Well, now the strategy is to talk about it, make podcasts, video podcasts, promote it via social media. But then, of course, not just because it's pretty and because it's nice, because urban farming really makes you popular. I have felt it.
So it gets you late.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
So that's your cool farm.
Yeah. But that's only with specific people. There's also people that roll their eyes when they say, "Oh, you're into urban farming."
Yeah.
But,
okay.
You know,
you lose some, you win some.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah. So these numbers, we're going to work on those numbers.
Okay.
But I did find one number, and it's estimated that the world's food supply, 15% comes from urban farming. So that's today. But I think that's the wide definition of
in India, farming. Probably.
In India, not necessarily.
No,
not that I know of. I didn't look at it. I didn't find
where.
Yeah, I found multiple articles. Then I went to the source, and it was from the Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO.
Okay.
But I didn't find the specific numbers, and I was a bit too lazy to really dig in. But they say 15%, and that's a lot. I don't think it's India, because India is really highly urbanized, the cities. There's not a lot of space for urban farming.
No. Yeah. Okay.
But I think it's more like the urban and peri-urban areas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of... and also the smaller farms, which kind of like you have the city, and the city grew around those farms, and now those farms are all of a sudden urban farms. I think a lot is from there.
A few weeks ago, I had a dinner with a guy who's also into urban farming, and he told me that in history that we used to do a lot of urban farming. And I thought that maybe in areas in the world who didn't get as urbanized as we are in Belgium, that maybe a lot of urban farming still is going on in the cities. But I don't know, and you're going to find the answer.
Yes, sir. Homework.
Yeah.